Hello, everyone, and welcome to the top 8 of the Austrian Legacy League Spring Break Tournament. After yesterday's Swiss rounds, we have the single elimination rounds for you today. How
Awesome.
do you feel about it, Peter? And we go over our players, I think.
Yeah, I feel we will have some interesting matchups. We have a really cool and diverse top 8. And yeah, I think we will have some good plays to talk about.
Yeah. I think we can quickly have a look at the plan for these playoffs of the Austrian Legacy League Spring Break. We have a short plan prepared for you. The first match that we'll have a look at is Jonas Bauernfeind against Christian Münster, followed by the winning match of Michael Pilz is already done basically, and he will battle against the winner of Jonas Bauernfeind and Christian Münster. And in the back end we have Manuel Hochecker versus Michael Mitter and Andreas Wolfsgruber against Christian Neutz.
Yeah, the reason because some people will ask themselves, why does he has a bye in a single elimination round?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our first ranked player after yesterday's Swiss rounds, Philip Vodenicharov with Stefan Texas, couldn't attend the top 8 today. So the thing we've done, we've just put everything one place up.
Yeah.
And have the first one after Swiss play against the 8th one, which was a bye then. Yeah, unfortunately, we have the bye, but we think that was the most fair outcome that we could have organized, and so we will start this today with Jonas Bauernfeind versus Christian Münster. It's black-green depths versus Cephalid breakfast.
Certainly, it could be a fast matchup for my tastes.
Yeah, for sure. If Jonas can get some quick merit large out, there is basically nothing that Christian can do about it besides comboing himself. And the discard on the side of Jonas is surely there to prevent this from happening. And I think for this round, we again installed on our stream Cardboard Live. Special shout out to the website. It's an immense boost for us. It's really easy to use, and yeah, it's performing great. And there you can see on both the sides, you can hover over a small toggle or something like that. And there you can see then the deck lists of Jonas Bauernfeind and Christian Münster.
Oh yeah, Cardboard Life is really great.
Perfect.
So we have also something to talk about when we've got the deck lists. It's a little bit easier than yesterday. But yeah, why don't we just start with the first match of tonight?
Sure. Let's have a look at the players. I think we can tell them that they can.
Yeah, I'm on my way already.
Okay.
Activate the Cardboard Live extension for you guys, so the deck list should be up and running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and in this match, I'm not sure. Jonas is in the lead. He's decided to take the play here.
Yeah. And
he starts off with a Mox Diamond turn 1 and then Inquisition of Kozilek.
Nice,
yeah. This single elimination is open deck lists now. We have opted for closed deck list during the Swiss, but now in the open deck list, so that everyone has the same starting point.
Yeah.
Else, with closed deck list, then the people who weren't on stream yesterday would have had a little bit of an edge, I think. So we decided to put it now on opened deck list.
He takes the Noble Hierarch, which is really bad for Christian and good for Jonas. Noble Hierarch really accelerates Christian's mana development. And he's forced now to play the Ponder, which was his only blue card to pair with the Force of Will that he had in his hand. So given that, Jonas might have a strong turn 2 play to follow up, and Christian might not be able to cope with that.
Oh yeah, do we see the... okay, we see another Inquisition.
Another Inquisition, okay. Probably taking one of... Yeah, he has to take one of these Living Wishes.
Yeah.
The Ponder did find a land.
If Chris is a good player, then he has certainly played around the discard and has put something at least
better on
usable on top. If he has found something.
There is one Dark Depths already paired with Thespian Stage. It can probably... I mean, yeah, he can face 2020 in the next turn already.
Okay.
Brainstorm
Yeah, it's
for Christian.
not a really great start here for Cephalid Breakfast, which can also be a very fast deck. I mean, it can kill turn 2 if it's uncontested.
Yeah. But I think
And
it's
I'm not
not
sure-
that consistent in comparison to Dark Depths.
Yeah, that's true. It has a really strong mid-range plan, but you don't need the mid-range plan of a stepped because you're always on the losing side then. It's just so
Dark
fast.
Confident. Oh, one of the best cards of Magic.
Oh, you love it. You love it too.
Yeah. Greatness at any cost, Philip.
.com.
Yeah.
That's your website, Daniel.
Yeah. It is, however, based on modern mid-range. But I will definitely look into Legacy at some point when I find the time.
Yeah, at the moment
Content-wise.
you're really busy.
That's true. How did you know?
I know you, bro. I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also know that we are recording our newest episode on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Back at your place. So we're all very busy actually.
Yeah.
Especially talking about Tuesday. I've bought yesterday 18 bottles of red wine. Should I take some
Yeah,
with
you
me?
should take them all with you.
Yeah. I think that will suffice, yeah.
Here we see the Living Wish.
Getting the Nomad at core,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next turn could be huge if Jonas doesn't find another discard or a decay or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he has decay and a 1 of fatal push
Trigger.
that would allow him to kill it.
Or
And
a
he has the
Witherbloom command. Oh my gosh, the first time I've seen
I think this is a
paper.
one-off, but I like the flavor. But I'm not sure if the card is all that strong. But
yeah, here is the Witherbloom command.
yeah. I kind of think it is comparable to Collective Brutality of some sort, for example. But a little bit, yeah. The discard mode is lacking, but on the other hand, you can take 2 modes without having to discard another card. It's similar.
Yeah, I mean, killing a non-creature, non-land is huge.
Yeah.
And having the ability to kill a small thing is there too. So I really like the diversity of this card. And
Instant speed would be really great, I think.
Oh yeah, but I think then it would be a little bit over the top.
I'm not sure.
I think it could be okay too. But I like this especially in depths because you have the ability to recur something like a Dark Depths or a Thespian Stage.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a good
Oh, the
mod
Fotsies.
to have.
Jeez.
Ouch. Another discard spell here.
It might... Christian has a Force of Will in hand still.
Yeah, hopefully he has the blue card to pair it with.
Yeah, he brainstormed, so he might have the blue card.
He has to force this here.
Dark Depths is coming soon, is only missing 1 land in order to do so, and Christian really needs to basically assemble the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gets forced.
The force for sure.
With
Pitch brainstorm.
a brainstorm, okay. Mhm.
Would it be right here to brainstorm first?
Depends on the blue count of your deck, and if you have other cards that you probably want to exchange with the brainstorm.
I mean, it depends on the other side of the card of the hand, I would say.
Yeah, the rest of the hand.
If you have another blue card, it's, I would say, a no-brainer to brainstorm first. But it can be risky if you don't have another one.
Also, you
Okay.
have to fetch first, and you might risk of getting brainstorm locked.
And that Daniel, I think Jonas is at 16, and
The thoughts
Christian
is
is now
got
at 15.
the thoughts is
Yeah.
got countered, so it's only the trigger
Yeah,
from.
okay.
Yeah.
I always miss that. It's the old
Nomads
to go
and
into.
Cephalid Illusionist.
There is the combo.
And no mana to interact with it, so it seems fine.
Do we really see here that the Cephalid breakfast win in game 1?
This would be nice, actually.
I think so. And this would be huge.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, what does get better on the side of Jonas? I mean, he gets surgical extraction.
Oh yeah, and he already plays Bojuka Bog in the main?
I think he plays. He plays the one of Pachuca Bog. But yeah, no green mana available, and no black mana for the fatal push. So
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it's basically
concede.
GG.
So that's game. Yeah, that's game. So it's 1-2-0 for Cephalid breakfast. Actually, I am a little bit surprised here.
Mhm.
I thought that would be just a little bit faster than breakfast.
I mean, something that we may not include in our calculation for the advantages would be that
forces?
hardcast Narcomeep is a valid distraction play for Christian,
Yeah, that's true.
That is true, yeah.
because these are just 3 blockers that he can cast on turn 2.
Mhm.
And if he gets in with 1 Better Skull attack, he is above 20 HP. So that would
Yeah.
be something too.
I can totally see this. I mean, at first glance, you really think that the depth is miles favored, yeah. But after seeing this kind of interaction here, I think it's even a little bit more 50-50 than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you are still not playing Swords to Plowshares in the main deck on Christian's side, which is, yeah, you can basically gain 1 turn, but yeah. And if you think about this match, if Jonas would have drawn from turn 2 to turn 4 on 1 land, he would have won the game. So
Yeah, that's true.
it was a really, really close one.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
on the other side, he had 3 discard
The
spells.
3 discard spells, that's what I wanted to say here, yeah.
So yeah, I think it could be more even than when
And we gave it credit.
yeah.
Surgical
We
extraction.
thought that this was a fast 2-0 in either direction here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fast also. So we are just 10 minutes in and it's already the first game over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do we
What are the-
think about sideboarding?
Oh yeah, sideboarding.
I think Jonas
I
should.
think Jonas is pretty easy. You put in the 2 surgical extractions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Also, the decay should be good, in my opinion.
yeah, the case.
Yeah, it's DDK is kind of okay. I'm
And-
more leaning. I'm leaning more to Mindbreak Trap.
No, I don't think.
Why?
I mean,
Yeah, if he goes to combo Dread Returns and you Mindbreak Trap the Dread Return, then it's just GG.
Okay, because he has to. If he casts all spells in 1 turn, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it only is it's only free if it's 3 or more So he has to cast the whole combo in one turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think, yeah, Surgical is a no-brainer, and I think the Abrupt Decay, because it's uncounterable, it goes through every counter spell.
Yeah, it deals with other piece of the combo. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But you can still kill in response to the.
You have to
Okay.
kill the other creature when the other one is on the stack, for example.
And on Christian's side, what do we bring in here? I mean, the Swords to Plowshares are, like the Surgical Extraction on the other side, practically no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I think, how do you feel about the Force of Negation?
Dark Depths usually doesn't play many spells.
I don't feel particularly great about it.
And
Me
about
neither,
Collective Brutality?
I mean,
no, not really.
I can get
I would rather
on
bring in the
Brutality
Thoughtseize.
maybe, but you have Cabal Therapy on this side.
I'm leaning more towards the draining aspect. Maybe hovering you above 20 life.
Could be something, yeah.
While cleaning the hand out of drop rotations.
Yeah, this could be something to do, but yeah,
But I'm not sure.
would be an interesting thought.
It's
This would
also with this kind of decks you can't overboard, or you're not allowed to overboard. So it could be also correct to just play the free swords and then call it a day.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, yeah.
It's kind of like Dredge.
There is
Ouch! Is this a turn 1 Vampire X-Mage? Ooh,
No, the Dank Confident.
that hurts.
Oh, nice. If this will be paired with some Dark Depths,
Yeah, probably.
Christian really needs the swords to Plowshares in that case.
Yeah, the question is if you sword immediately.
I would
you
not.
won't.
I would
Nah,
not.
you wait for the Duck Depth, for the Married Large token, because
Okay, a Fetchland getting for Cabal Therapy,
I'm going to tell him.
saving some life.
I mean, just
There's
a short thing. The thing.
He has an Urborg. He played in a
Okay.
Urborg.
yeah, here's an Uber, yeah.
Interactions. The thing is that would have led me to him sorting now is if you go for the Dark Depths and then play the Thoughtseize, you have no window to sort anything besides. You have no window to sort something. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
this is the only specific case when there is still a Thoughtseize in hand, yeah. But it is, in that case,
Which would
I
be
think
exactly that case, yeah.
this is exactly the case, but you see, Jonas got it all anyways, and this is a quick win in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it
Magic
doesn't
Crystal
matter.
Land.
So I think you should risk it that you can get more value out of. For example, Dark Depths is always also really happy if it just has Urborg, Hexmage, and Dark Depths, and you would jam any hand with this combination of cards. And if it's a turn 2 token, you just do it basically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, here we can go for a Narcomoeb or a fetch for a card draw spell to find the Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
But yeah, will be kind of interesting what Christian get here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basically do or die on his side, so.
No, I think the right play here is to brainstorm.
I mean, it depends. Mathematically, Ponder would be the correct play. Or play the Narcomoeb, yeah.
Narcomoeba is also really good here.
Yeah.
It buys you a turn.
And yeah, you have to crack it now.
Mm-hmm. There's the token.
And if it is a fatal push in the hand or an abrupt decay or whatever, it's the win here. for Jonas. Okay. Goes for the
Block.
attack. Goes for the block. This is really, really nice here. An Elvish Reclaimer would be something big, because it would give him a good backup threat. Let's...
Christian is still on 20.
On 19, I think he fetched once.
Yeah.
And he got once or twice attacked by the Vampire Hexmage. I'm not sure about this.
Ah, yeah, once. It can only be once then.
Okay. No, it was on turn 2 and turn 3 that he got attacked on. So it should be on 15.
No, I don't think so. It was a turn 2 token.
Yeah, he got only attacked once.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got... Yeah, sure. Got outnumbered here. So yeah.
But yeah, this hand from Jonas is practically unbeatable.
The surgical was paid with mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that is unbeatable. It's very hard to beat, but on the other side, Christian has now 2 looks
Brainstorm and Ponder, yeah.
for the Swords to Plowshares, and if he hits that, he's in a very, very good spot. Jonas has 1 card in hand. I mean, he has a Fastbend stage, but the surgical is out now.
If the last card in hand is crop rotation, then Jonas is really good. Or does he play
Yeah.
crop rotation? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if he goes for the crop rotation, he still misses 1 land to go for the combo.
But he already has the 2020.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just some sword protection, I know.
yeah.
Pondering.
Ponder, because it gives you 4 looks. And if there is a sword, it's a must keep. But it was
But
2
it's a
clicks,
shuffle.
so it should
I
be a
always
shuffle.
like to say that the shuffle ponder is the best ponder.
Yeah, because it gives you the 4th card. This
It's
is
the
not the finals.
quarterfinals.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
of the quarterfinals. And shout out to Romario Vidal. Thank you for joining our stream.
Thank you very much. And yeah, should be a brainstorm here. And maybe we get something, because Nakumeep is now not something that is allowed. The deck names are on the left side Green Black Depths, on the right side Cephalid Breakfast.
Yeah, we use the Cardboard Live plugin.
Yeah,
so
you can check it out.
take a look at the deck list. Is basically here and here. Just hover over it.
Okay. Yeah. The deciding brainstorm.
Yeah. Will he find one of the 3 swords?
Yeah. I mean, he got basically 8 looks this turn. Oh, on your phone. Okay, so it's unfortunately not
Black
possible
Green
there.
Depth versus Cephalid Breakfast.
Yeah. I really like searching Swords to Plowshares.deck on the right side. But yeah, it's always kind of like that in combo piles. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he has the swords?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, would be there. Okay, it still shows the deck names on mobile.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've
And
never used.
swords.
There it is.
That's nice. So maybe we get a 2-0 victory of Christian here.
But he has exiled the Nakumeebers.
Yeah, it's getting tough to execute the combo.
Yeah, that's very tough. I gotta say, I think that the road to victory here is deploying a better skull.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, Battle Skull is something that would be huge here, but you still needs to beat down from 38 life, which is
No,
just a lot.
it's just to hover above 20, and maybe find then the combo, and you have three creatures then,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
or even 4 with the Stoneforge Mystic. But the Stoneforge Mystic would be, in my opinion, now the best draw because of the exiled Narcomoebas. Going through the combo is a little bit hard.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And yeah, having 3 creatures in play for this kind of deck isn't really a problem anymore, I would say.
Yeah. But he has to cast them with with Narcomoebas. It's very easy.
Living Wish could be this Palace Jailer.
Oh yeah.
True
Okay,
name,
a
okay.
true name then is this. Do you think he has the GT in hand?
Could be, could be. I mean, not
be
having the
tricky.
land here is kind of hard. Okay, Misty Rainforest. Good old no pain Bob.
No pain and a lot of gain.
Yeah.
So the Dark Confidant doesn't go to the gym.
Yeah. And I think this is a removed True Name Nemesis.
Shit hurts. Do you think that was the card under the Misty Rainforest?
No, I think it was the Mox, actually.
Okay.
Force.
And
Okay.
exiled Cephalid Illusionist, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he wants to protect his true name.
The true
nemesis,
name.
Yeah.
And he's going down to 12. True
And
name hits the
True Name.
battlefield, yeah.
Targeting.
The race
Jonas.
is still not in favor for Christian.
Okay, I think he has now a Tundra or Tropical Island. And it's a drop,
A drop, okay.
which means he has a 3rd green source now.
Mm-hmm. A wasteland.
Ouch, the Wasteland hurts.
It's a really, really good Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, with
And another
having
Inquisition.
38 life points, it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, this has to be. Is it a Stoneforge or a Swords? A Swords, okay.
Mm-hmm. Wasting the green
Wasting
source, yeah.
drop.
And I mean, that's kind of okay, I would assume. I mean, if something like a Noble is now, unfortunately, not outplayable here. But yeah, a Resolved Cheetah would be really, really big here.
No hands. No cards
No hands.
in the hands of Jonas. No hands in the cards of Jonas.
And we have the drop here.
Mm-hmm.
And good work. The Bob is extremely well.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there's another 2020 to come.
And the Dark Depths.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Kind of
Yeah,
hard.
I think the Wasteland was really sealing the deal here. Because with 4 mana and a Living Wish, he could have found maybe the Palace Jailer.
Yeah, that would be something. But I mean, the Palace Jailer isn't something that can be Ether Wild in, so...
Ah, yeah, that's true. I forgot about this.
Yeah, I think the wasteland was not that big.
The problem is that Jonas didn't stumble for a few turns, which is something that depths can do. But yeah, drawing 2 cards a turn, it seems to be like that's something good in Magic. And yeah,
Yeah, and Christian is scooping it up.
Mhm.
It's 1-1 now.
and yeah.
And there we went and thought it would be a very fast 2-0.
And it seems to be that Neutz Christian has already finished his match. So maybe he can write in the chat how it went for him.
Ooh, Gino.
Maybe the value elves outvalued mono green cloud post. Or Ugin just roughed the whole board.
elves went good, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I mean, Gino always says that elves went good, but okay. It was a 2-0.
2-0 for Gino. Nice.
So we have Gino in the semifinals, or no, it's Christian. So unfortunately, this is the end. This is the end.
You know.
For Andreas.
We should be vorsichtig. Oh my god.
Cautious.
Cautious because of the MCAs.
Do you really think we could sing all that good
No.
to trigger this? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, if we cover bad songs, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Gino already said, we have to make at some point in response a legacy ska band. So
Why a ska band?
because I really like ska punk. So
Okay.
and
But I gotta admit, Ska P is a great band.
you mean SKP?
SKP, yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen
they're
them.
great.
I've seen them at the Nova Rock Festival back in 2014, I think, or 2013, and I didn't know them, and they were just amazing.
Yeah, I mean the big ska band, or the big ska band, Real Big Fish is a ska punk band that I'm really interested in. And yeah, they were on Nova Rock 2019, which is basically the last Nova Rock we had.
Pre-COVID times.
Pre-COVID times. And they were on stage at, I think, 15.30 or something like that. The first act on the main stage. It was, I think, 35 degrees. The sun was shining really hard. And I was dancing off in the wave break in front of the band. And yeah, basically I had to lay down for 2 hours after that because yeah, it was just insane.
Yeah, it was
So
just
cool.
insane. Ooh.
I mean, Philip, I'm more on the enjoying side of music than on the drinking side of festivals. But
I'm on
Yeah.
both, actually. I enjoy the music at the festival, but
Yeah.
I really love drinking on the caravan area.
yeah, that's something that needs to be done. Okay, so
Christian leading up with a ponder here. And a shuffler. He's basically searching for a fast combo now. Or a protection spell.
Yeah.
is both good, I would say. And yeah, but I think fast combo is the thing that you want. I mean, if Jonas has a green mana open and or surgical in hand, it's kind of hard for him. So you maybe even want to board in Thoughtseize on the draw on the side of Christian.
You mean on the play?
On the play, yeah.
Yeah, on the play I can see it. On the draw, you definitely don't want them.
Yeah, on the draw, you want to be not as reactive, I would say.
Force pitch better skull? Okay, he's just laying them out.
he isn't playing painter, so that doesn't work.
It was a little bit strange here. I thought he would force pitch better skull.
Yeah, I think. Do you take the force here?
It depends if he has another discard spell. You definitely don't take the Fastest Oracle.
You don't take the force. It is an Inquisition.
Okay, yeah.
That's true.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So we have Force of Will, Fastest Oracle, Brainstorm in here. And yeah, this basically means that there is only Force Pitch Brainstorm. He will Brainstorm for next turn, but the only blue card that you want to use for Force of Will is the Brainstorm here, and I think this is a must force here. And unfortunately, Christian disagrees. because now basically every Sotze Plauschers is dead now.
Yeah, we use the safekeeper.
So I think, but the problem on the other side for Christian is if you force the Sylvan Safekeeper, you have now land, Batterskull, Fast Oracle, which is basically do nothing until you draw 3 cards or some useful cards, because Fast Oracle is a dead card in hand, and you really, really don't want to let go of a hand like this.
The Brainstorm was the best card in hand from Christian, so he really, really didn't want to throw it away to force.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he now is in dire need of finding the combo. And the combo is unfortunate, really, really disruptive. Or easily to disrupt with the cards that Jonas has.
Yeah, after cyphering it gets a lot harder.
I mean, you have at least as the Sylvan Safekeeper isn't an Elvish Reclaimer or something like that, because if the Reclaimer is on a board, it basically means you have to play around Bojuka Bog, and you really can't play around Bojuka Bog.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bojuka Bog is hard.
And let's see if we get here something like
Thoughtseize.
This should mean the end for Batterskull.
I'm not sure.
So he has a blue card in his hand. He has to have it.
Yeah, if he has a blue... I mean, Batterskull is basically the win condition currently.
Yeah, but he needs a Stoneforge, otherwise it is way too slow.
Yeah.
It is probably... until he hits a Stoneforge, it is a dead card.
Yeah, that's true too. But... yeah. I mean, is the combo a real win condition currently?
The combo for Christian?
Yeah.
Not sure. Hard to see. Okay, he has one piece of the combo.
The Nomads, yeah.
Ponder gets taken away. Okay, interesting.
This means for me that there
but
is...
I like it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crop
And
protection.
there he goes for the Thespian stage. He's probably another land in hand.
Woodbog. I think he has a Vampire Hex Mage, yeah.
Or a Hex Mage, yeah.
That's the only thing that made sense, that he used crop rotation right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's still too early for the crop rotation, to be honest. Because I think you want to give...
this way, you could deploy the Hexmare Vampire Hex Mage.
The Hex Mage?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that Christian could have drawn the combo card here. He has about 5% chance to win the game on the spot here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only
true.
5%, but I don't think that you
but I think
are allowed to give it.
There is only 2 copies of the other Delusionist in the deck.
Only 2 copies.
He used
he
one
plays
for
one
force
in his side.
and one in his side, so I don't think you count on them playing
5%,
drawing the 2
yeah.
of.
That's true.
Okay, so you're basically... Yeah, it's only this.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, Depths is... I think the matchup is hard on both sides. It can be very swingy.
Yeah, but I think, as we talked about at the start of the game, we think that Depths is better.
Favored.
It's favored in this matchup because it's way less
after
disruptive.
sideboarding, yeah.
Yeah, it is harder or easier for... It is faster and it has more disruptive elements.
Yeah,
to
and it's
disrupt Christian.
harder to disrupt.
Oh yeah, I think...
all the match are being done or being...
Oh yeah,
basically.
so can we take a look at the... scoreboard,
yeah. So we have Neutz Christian winning 2-0 over Andreas Wolfsegger. So this was Value Elves versus Mono Green Cloudpost. On the other table, we had Michael Pilz with the bye, And do we know who won the second match? Okay, Philip is just asking, and we will have the information shortly. And maybe we can write something like a 1 or 2 in the chat if you want to, for which match you want to see.
Yeah,
and
let's
we
have a
will
look.
have a 5-minute break.
Manuel Hochegger has won.
Okay. Manuel
Versus
Hochegger.
a 2-0 versus Goblins.
Okay. So match one is UR Delva versus DNT, and match 2 is
Elves versus
Black Green
Depths.
Depths versus Value Elves.
Okay.
So write in the chat, a 1 counts for the first match and a 2 counts for the second match. And yeah, we will count the votes.
And we will be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, see you soon.
go.
Oh yeah, and welcome back. We hope you had a nice little break, and we hope you liked the last Depths versus Cephalid breakfast matchup. The
Sure.
Depths player has advanced into the semifinals, and we will watch his next match also. It's versus our leader from the Swiss board, Michael Pilz, on Death in Texas. Daniel, how do you feel about this matchup?
Usually Death in Texas has a lot of tools to disrupt the Dark Depths combo. Saucer Plowshares, Caracas, and Flicker Wisp effects can really help Death in Texas to stop any shenanigans or quick combo assemblings from Jonas. And Jonas really has to respect this, and therefore I think usually Death in Texas is a little bit ahead in this matchup.
Oh yeah, I also agree here. As a former Texas player myself, I know that this is a very hard matchup, but you've got all the tools in your deck to fight against it. And it's not like you're a blue control deck that just folds to a 2020.
Yeah, definitely not. But it's certainly hard.
Sure, it's hard, but you have the 4 swords, you've got the Cyclic Operation, you've got the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
You've got all the tools, and after sideboarding, you've got a little bit more. And we are using the cardboard life extension here on Twitch. You can always hover above the screen and take a look at the deck list from our participants. And the only thing I just wanted to add here, if you like what we are doing, follow the stream. It would be great if you leave a follow here on the channel. You can find also us on Twitter. It's at Austrian_legacy. And I think we can tune into our guys.
Yeah. And about the follows, we have a new follower within the break. Thank you, Diemaker1983, for the follow on this channel. It is very appreciated. And a small detail you missed, Philip, is that Skyclave Apparition has unfortunately the text non-token permanent.
Oh, really?
Non-token,
I thought
non-land
it's non-land permanent.
No, it's non-token, so that you can't exile the token generated by another Skyclave Apparition.
Yeah.
Okay. So Skyclave won't work here?
But yeah, Flicker Wisp, Caracas, and Swords to Plowshares.
Oh yeah, Caracas. And also Wasteland. For Wasteland, and it starts off with a Wasteland into an interval.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you have Phyrexian Revoker doesn't work here. Says non-land.
Non-land. You can at least put it on Vampire Hexmage.
Yeah, at least something. So yeah. And Michael is on a list with 4 Flicker Wisps. So there is a lot he can do.
A list with 4 Flicker Wisps. I don't think. Is there a possibility that Death in Texas doesn't play 4?
Back in the days there were discussions about cutting 1 Flicker Wisp. Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Sometimes they played one of Restoration Angel over the 4th Flicker Wisp.
Okay, that's strange.
Philip,
seems.
Philip, can you help me out?
Philip, would I need Sharov?
Thank you. Played only 3 Flicker Wisps in his deck, so yeah.
It's definitely possible. I'm not sure if it's always the right call, but I'm also leaning more towards the 4 Flicker Wisp build.
The double basic land opener versus Death in Texas on the side of Jonas.
Yeah, but that's okay. You only need the Wasteland to stop the depth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And here we have the Mother.
Mother of Runes.
And the one of Fatal Push.
Fatal Push,
So that are some tools now away.
But yeah, I think that's still okay here for Michael.
Yeah, Michael is in a very, very okay spot.
And another Wasteland. He's playing mono brown Death in Texas.
Mono brown.
Yeah, mono colorless. Back in the day, you said brown, 2 colorless.
The problem for Jonas, as he is on the Dark Depths version and not on the Turbo Depths version, is that he doesn't have access to Pithing Needle.
He's on slow depths. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
this is Dark Depths or Slow Depths, yeah. As he is playing Mox Diamond, this is usually the card that separates the two.
Yeah, and also
versions.
Dark Confident.
Also, Dark Confident is typically seen in Slow Depth, yeah.
I gotta admit, I for myself, I'm leaning mostly towards the Rainbow Depths list from Thomas Hepp.
Yeah.
I really like this one. It's just so cool and so clean, and it comes out without a single reserved list card, and it's probably the cheapest legacy tier 1 deck that you can buy for about 600 euros or
Death
something.
in Texas? Yeah.
No, Rainbow Depths.
Oh, Rainbow Depth. But
Yeah.
Death in Texas is also quite...
Yeah, Death Depths is also quite cheap, but Rainbow Depths is still cheaper. Not Black Green Depths, that's that's a little bit expensive, but Rainbow Depths would be cheap.
Yeah. I mean, in something that I wouldn't agree that Rainbow Depths is a tier 1 strategy. I think it can be a tier 1 strategy if the right player plays the deck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like with every deck, actually. The way you described this with every deck, yeah.
I mean, Oops is also a okay deck, I would say. It's really, really good for grinding leagues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't agree that... I mean, it's a good deck, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good deck, but I don't want to be the person who brings Oops to a paper tournament and just play 5 minutes of Magic each hour and then just sit around and watch the clock.
But that's something I could get behind with because it's very, very good for the mind. You can prepare a lot, and the sideboarding is actually pretty easy at some point if you understand it correctly.
Yeah, but if I want to do this, I just sleeve up Dredge.
Yeah. Or play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's basically what you do there.
Don't compare Dredge with Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean,
I gotta play Dredge the next time.
I mean,
My little beloved deck.
I mean, at least Dredge can play in mid-range, so it's kind of okay.
Or kill with Oko back when Oko was legal.
Yeah, the good old Gemstone Mine, Lotus Petal, Oko.
Turn one, yeah.
Lead, uptick on lead, and there you have your own elk on turn 1. So, into the double ley line turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage of your opponent.
And here we got Jonas
Inquisition.
really lucking it through.
Lucking it through, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's a typical Jonas.
No, I mean, the keep on the side of Michael was definitely correct, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
for sure. Double Wasteland.
yeah.
Easy.
Flick Wisp. Mm-hmm.
What's the target here?
Flick
Stoneforge,
him.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's good. Then the Inquisition resolves and
Yeah, Battle Skull, Aethervial, Mother, and Sanctum Prelate. I think if you cast the Sanctum Prelate in 1, this would be kind of good.
yeah, Jonas has to take the Sanctum Prelate, and he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
That's certainly the right call here. But Michael he plays so many white sources, he will find sooner or later a white source.
I mean, a White Source doesn't matter because if you get a cheater or something like that here, that would be kind of good.
He still needs the
Anyway.
white source
Yeah.
to bring it in.
That's. I mean,
Yeah,
the
you can
cheater-
cast it, but he needs a land for that.
Or at least the land.
Have
yeah.
have you seen a land in the
No,
hand of Michael?
No, he had only drawn non-land.
Okay.
Until now.
Yeah.
He can still draw one of 10 planes, 3 Caracas, or 1 Horizon Canopy.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 white sources still in the deck. Would be a shame if there wouldn't be one.
Yeah, And the cards in hand are Cephalid, or at least the known, are Cephalid,
Better Skull, GT,
Better Skull, and Mother of Runes.
and the GT now.
And the cheetah, yeah.
Yeah, you really want to attack. Get the clock going. Unless there's a surprise crop rotation, but it doesn't have.
Yeah. I mean,
And now he gets the depth.
He could go for the depths, yeah. This is the window. All the wastelands are gone. Have we actually seen what happened to the second wasteland from Michael's side?
I think he got wasted.
it got wasteland.
Yeah, and the other one? He has two. Well, he had two.
He activated the wasteland on a land, I think.
Okay.
And on the
Strange.
Urborg, and the Urborg then got crop rotated or something.
Okay,
Like
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's a play I'm not agreeing. Actually,
I was thinking the same, but maybe at the point Michael thought he has a second wasteland and it would be fine. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
another flicker wisp is strong
This is
here.
strong, especially with the vial on 3.
I mean, what is the wording on Sylvan Safekeeper? I think you can still.
You get shroud.
You get shroud, so the Sylvan can protect the flicker wisp trigger, yeah.
So the question is, how does it do it now?
Is it?
I think the correct play, in my opinion, would be to block with the flicker wisp vial in, target the flicker wisp that's blocking, and try to exile it on the end step.
Yeah, something like that. You have to keep the lands down on the side of Jonas at least. Okay, so with Shroud you are still able to block. That's something at least.
Crop rotation from Yuna, or the Reclaimer can also. Isn't it just a win? Honestly.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
yeah, because
I'm
he
not-
can use the Elvish Reclaimer to get the
Sayiri Depths.
the depths, the Satyri step, and give protection from white to Marit Lage, and then he can attack through the flicker wisps, and he has the Safekeeper to protect the Marit Lage from the flicker wisp also.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
he
true.
can easily go for the win now.
Yep.
And I think this is what we are seeing. He needs a green land that he can sacrifice to the Reclaimer.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, no life gain for Michael. Still at exactly 20. Ooh.
And okay, the Hex Mage.
Interesting.
On the Cephalid,
Mm-hmm.
now you have to activate it.
Mm-hmm.
Bring
And in
the
response
Flickerwisp.
to the trigger, you can activate the Reclaimer. Or now also the Safekeeper can protect the token from the trigger also.
Yeah. I mean that the trigger doesn't go through was pretty clear, but the problem is that Elvish Reclaimer
Does he
still is
have
able.
Satyri Step in the deck? He should have, right?
We can look it up, and there is a one of Satyri's.
Yeah.
One of the series
This
step,
is this is now the card to get.
yeah, and he searches for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no white source here for Michael.
That's the card that wins in this game.
Oh yeah, that's game here, attacking for 20. I'm not sure what Michael can do.
I think there's pretty much
Nothing.
nothing he can do.
Nothing, no.
Unfortunate. No white source.
Nope, nothing. So, going through the deck list of our participants, we can take a look at Jonas' black-green depth list. What do you think, Peter, will he bring in?
I think Plague Engineer is a really, really good card. I kind of like actually Liliana of the Last Hope. could be something he can do. Abrupt Decay seems like another fine choice. And maybe even Sylvan Library if he wants to grind it out. But yeah, will be interesting to have another plan B besides going for the combo. Because, yeah, as we talked about it, Death and Texas has a lot of tools to disrupt the Marbled Large token.
Oh yeah, and speaking of the tools from Death and Texas, Daniel, what do you think will Michael bring in?
Certainly, what I'm looking at is, well, there are not really that many cards that strike me as all that strong against this matchup. Actually, Containment Priest doesn't interact with the token.
Yeah.
Graftaker's Cage also basically does nothing. Canonist doesn't look that good. Firewalker also not that great. Maybe the Judgment is just a sorcery speed removal, which is kind of slow. The Palace Jailer is fine.
I think the cards that I would bring in are maybe the Council's Judgment and the Palace Jailer.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the rest is I mean, what does Elspeth say?
Nothing. It gives flying.
It is-
Okay, it's the
Elspeth
old.
is a grindy
It's
card.
the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Elspeth that gets +2 life on the uptick and a creature or something like that.
Okay.
That would be okay. But I think it's Elspeth's Sun's Champion or something like that. It's one of the newer Elspeths.
Probably.
And yeah, I think Palace Jailer and Judgment as additional removal, especially with Judgment interacting good with the Sylvan Safekeeper, and what the cards to bring out.
I'm not sure if I would bring in the one of Cataclysm.
The Cataclysm is, I think,
is
bad.
It is slow actually. I don't know.
But it would have
does-
won him the. Okay, any White Source probably would have won him the game last game, but also the Cataclysm would be huge in the last game.
I think Death and Texas wins with a lot of permanents, and Depths only wins with few permanents. So I would argue that keeping yourself on a small board isn't really that profitable against Death on Depths.
That's true. That's true. I can see that.
Depths needs 1 creature and 2 lands to win the game, or 1 creature, 1 land, 1 artifact. I mean, at least fast Depths, because if you think about it, you can crop prod into something and make the Married Large in response to a Cataclysm. And he now has a 2020. What do you do?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It would just come down to the Palace Jailer maybe and the Judgment, and easily cuts would be the Spirit of the Labyrinth for Michael's side. So this would be an easy swap.
Yeah,
the spirits are doing nothing here.
Yeah, because Bob says, put into your hand, so even you draw the cards, you don't draw the cards.
Also, I'm not sure if I want to Phyrexian Revoker.
It is fine, he can name a Hex Mage or a Mox Diamond, for example.
Yeah, but
or
is it good
Sylvan
enough?
Safekeeper.
Or Reclaimer. I think it's good
Oh
enough.
yeah, okay. Maybe with Reclaim and Safekeeper, I can see it. Yeah.
There's a lot of targets actually.
It's quite versatile, so I don't think.
But take a look, he has a Plains. So a White Source finally for Michael.
But no Vial on turn 1. So this
You
must
can't have
be-
it all. I mean,
So there's either a turn 2 Stoneforge or Thalia then in that case.
But I
What,
mean, it's the
nothing,
Swords to
I'm not sure.
Plowshares that will be discarded. I
Swords
think.
is also, Thalia, okay. Yeah,
I mean, the draw is kind of okay on the side of.
okay,
Okay.
takes Thalia.
Yeah, because
Maybe-
he can't attack with the Thalia on the next turn, but he has another discard spell. Most
probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think this is the port and upkeep. Or is
Yeah,
a resolve
port and
treaty
upkeep.
okay? No, I don't think so.
I also agree here. Pot and Upkeep is probably the right call. And the next discard spell.
Yeah.
Potties.
Taking the Swords to Plowshares, probably.
Ooh,
characters.
strong draw here.
But
The characters.
keep in mind that Jonas has access to 4 Wastelands himself.
Yeah, I want to keep it in your hand.
Yeah, for sure.
but it's a strong draw,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and
Okay,
Michael
that
already
was
plays
maybe
it.
a game deciding misplay.
Maybe a little bit
Ooh.
too soon, yeah, because he certainly is not facing dark depths on the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have played the Rishadan port here.
Mm-hmm. Part or the
Or
Or
the
the
second
basic,
planes.
yeah.
Yeah. Because colored sources are really, really important. This matchup. I mean, not with the hand, but yeah.
And just play the port and double port.
double
Yeah.
port, yeah.
Double pot seems really, really good here. I mean, if you do it the pro way, you port one in the upkeep and one in the draw step.
Not versus non-blue decks.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pro play, the pro gamer move, and tapping the vial and bringing nothing.
Yeah.
That's typically
Yeah, that's
Michael.
one habit that you should get used to when you're playing Death and Taxes. That you often, or if you don't have a creature to bring in, but you want to tick it up anyway, you can use the old trick. Maybe your opponent is responding to the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And-
Thalia. That's great.
And one thing is, crop rotation and abrupt decays are instant speed cards that he
Yeah.
can play.
Yeah.
So against the abrupt decay, it makes sense to do it like this.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
Okay. One port in the upkeep, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crop rot in response.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To the port, yeah.
Should be
A wasteland?
Oh, dark,
Dark
depths,
Depths?
and
Oh,
okay.
the
Caracas.
Yeah,
yeah for Thalia,
that's fine.
because now he can't attack with it. So there is never a possibility that Michael will attack with the Thalia in the near future. I mean, if he draws a wasteland, there is, but for now, not.
Michael is still on 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good for him. So he just needs to connect once with the GT. And be kind of safe, actually.
But connecting with the cheetah feels here especially hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now for sure.
But he can port in upkeep the Caracas and then bring it in end of turn the Thalia again and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something, yeah.
and then equip an attack.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
would be actually a good play.
I think this is planned for Michael for sure.
Yeah. And that's something I really, really enjoy about looking at Steph and Texas players. It's just really, really small technical plays. And
Yeah,
yeah,
and he does it. Ah, that's great. That's great. I think that the swamp would be the right target. Yeah.
yeah. And the Thoughtsees,
Thoughts is now he has to bring in Thalia probably if he wants it on the
Yeah, he has
battlefield.
to.
Yeah.
or
He can still bounce it, but
A revoker.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. But what
But
do
what-
you name?
I'm not sure now. Maybe he has two Thalias?
I mean, it's either Hexmage, Safekeeper, or Reclaimer. And we may have to ask what was called here, because every other thing doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Can you confirm this, Philip? Yeah. Okay. Because yeah, as Phyrexian Revoker states, it says non-land, so
The
unfortunately,
Revoker is on Reclaimer.
Okay.
on Reclaimer, yeah. Seems like the best second win condition. If you have tools to attack Mar at Large, which is, yeah, true. Because you have the Caracas out there.
And you're out of Marit Large range.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is also pretty
now
huge.
this game looks really good in favor of Michael.
it's always the first 2 to 3 turns for depth where it can
Well,
run through.
it's interesting that he chose to double port instead of port once and deploying his Thalia, which would be another 2 power. And the Thalia taxes the player for 1 extra mana anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Would be
But you
maybe
can't protect it with the Caracas for 1 turn.
for sure.
Yeah, but the Fatal Push wouldn't have been cast then.
Yeah,
So,
it would. It
Daniel
would-
is right. This would be a better play.
I mean, he would have had 1 more mana and he could have cast the Fatal Push for 2 mana if the Thalia was on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So it's the same outcome, but in the case that Jonas didn't have a Fatal Push, Michael would have just had the Thalia on the battlefield, ready to attack.
Now equip the Mother of Runes. Am I right?
Yeah, it could be. It depends on the draw here. But double
I
port
gotta admit, I'm very tempted to. I would be very tempted to do this here.
I mean,
Yeah, why not?
I think double porting for next turn would be a fine choice too.
that's also, yeah. Stoneforge.
Or a Stoneforge, okay?
Mhm.
You gotta think he's still out of range for 1 attack from our dodge.
Yeah. And that's everything you want. True. And he still has the Caracas out there, so there is, I think, no fear on the side.
Oh yeah, Fajita John. In response, I'm also sipping 1.
Yeah. In response, a sip. I mean, I'm a traitor today because, yeah, no beer.
But I thought you have 18 bottles of wine.
Yeah, but they're not in the perfect temperature right now.
Ah, okay. I can
And-
get behind this.
If you know me, it's all about the temperature.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's kind of harsh here.
I mean, it's kind of okay here.
Ah,
Yeah.
pinging the Hex Mage. that's okay.
And firing it off on the cheetah and activating cheetah again. Or is
Yeah,
it
you have
activating
to
while?
activate Cheetah, yeah. And go to 22. Ah, on the Ether Vial. Oh.
Okay. Now you can allow Thalia to come in again.
Yeah. I would just equip and swing with the Stoneforge, equip with Cheetah. I wouldn't bring in here the Better Skull.
Okay.
I mean, you're still above 20 with
Yeah.
the cheetah.
The Better Skull seems like a faster clock.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's true, yeah.
I think you just pass here and double port, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can end of turn bring in the Better Skull.
And especially to notice here, there is no green source on the side of Jonas. Which basically discounts Elvish Reclaimer, Sylvan Safekeeper, Crop Rotation, and Abrupt Decay.
Oh yeah.
Plague Engineer also a possibility for Jonas.
I mean,
We
Plague
need
Engineer,
to we need to introduce channel points here in this channel.
Channel points.
yeah, I mean, we didn't made new things that you can do. Maybe.
Until
can
the next tournament, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Real life is busy at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, from the mod view, I can't import new things. So, yeah. Sorry about that one. But maybe you can get, yeah, a lap dance from our casters for 15k or something like that.
15k, I'm always scratching at the 10k.
Yeah, I'm about 11.1k.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Nearly in for lap dances.
And we will
But-
see game 3 also for this match.
We have to do the ASMR mode.
Yeah, ASMR mode is great. Shout out to Kriso. Yeah. You give him protection from alcohol. That means it doesn't even get the effect of alcohol, and that's bad.
Oh, that's good. You can drink even more. But the protection just works until end of turn. So, oh my god, be in for a huge hangover.
And on the other side of the table, Kino maybe lost his semifinals. So this means we will have Delva in the finals.
Yeah. Woo! Shout out
Versus
to Manuel.
Depps or Dev in Texas. And both of those are not really that favorable matchups, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. So Peter in the chat, Andy has asked, would you do a lap dance for a black body DOC?
And I think the answer is a clear fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I also wanted to tell you this. I'm 100% on board. If you wanted lap dance, you can get one for black body DOC.
Everybody's got its price.
And yeah, if you wait for a few months, on Wednesday the gyms open up, and yeah, in a few months my body will be in a little bit better shape than now.
in a few months my body will be in a little bit more rounder shape, I think.
From the beer pumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you are preparing your summer body now.
With drinking beer, definitely.
The beer belly must come, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't the dad bod now really hyping, or really trending now?
Which one?
The dad bod.
What is the dead bod?
The dad bod is the
dad. Okay, I thought
dad,
like
yeah, not dad like in death, but dad like in father.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it's a little bit distracting. So we go to the screen again. We have Jonas opening up with the basic forest into the Sylvan Safekeeper, and basic planes into Swords to Plowshares is the
strong.
right answer of Michael. And we have the Urborg for the discard spell. Yeah. So
many discard spells.
And a really, really good hand on the side of Michael.
Oh yeah, that's strong. Wasteland and Caracas. Two things that the Inquisition of Kozilek can't hit.
And yeah, Mother is okay. Aether Vial is okay.
I think you take the Stoneforge Mystic or the Vial.
Yeah, Stoneforge.
Yeah.
I mean, this turn, do you go for planes? Cast Aether Vial and Wasteland the Urborg or something like that?
He does.
I mean, crop rotation.
He does it, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because of crop rotation.
Yeah, because of crop rot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
In my opinion, I would have played the Wasteland and played Vial and Mother.
the Wasteland should really be preserved in this matchup, given the fact that we have a Dark Depths that you typically want to hit and crop rotation.
Yeah,
and also the
You have to
Reclaimer.
play around the crop rotation.
Yeah,
And there's the Hex
there
Mage,
is the combo.
and he has probably a Wasteland in hand himself.
Here's the Caracas, so this
yeah,
is
it depends now. There are two draws. These could be Swords to Plowshares. Would be nice. And if he doesn't play anything this turn for Michael, I think you have to play around the Swords to Plowshares to some extent, at least for Jonas.
swords.
And here we have it.
Okay.
He swords the Hex Mage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then he has to make the token. or
No, he
won't
wouldn't do
make
it. He wouldn't do it unless he has crop rotation.
I think
There's another one.
And another crop rotation
crop
into
rotation.
Wasteland. Oh, fuck.
This is nice, yeah.
Oh, that's so strong here. The second crop rotation.
yeah. So yeah, I think we all can agree that Jonas always has the nuts.
It certainly looks like it, yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
at least.
sometimes you have to be the better Magic player. Sometimes you have to be Mr. Lucky.
And
But
here we see the sequencing mistake from Michael.
Yeah.
He should have just played the swords at first, and then wait for the crop rot to happen.
I think on the other hand,
Well, this doesn't
if
matter.
he doesn't do it like that, he could have forced the issue because Jonas had to move first to win the game.
And this is also the turn of Jonas again. He played a second Vampire Hex Mage.
No.
No.
He did it in response to the Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. There's a second Hex Mage. The first one got exiled, then it moved to Jonas' turn. He played a second Hex Mage, and then he played
Okay.
crop rotation. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a little bit running around. So, yeah. So we can agree a little bit more that it was the nuts.
Okay, yeah. Then it was really the nuts.
No,
yeah.
no. This is the Elvish Safekeeper.
It
So
was
he
a sa-
did-
yeah, it was a safekeeper. So he took it back.
He was just thinking about it, Jonas. And he then said he activates or casts in response a legacy podcast. And in response to that, the crop rotation for the wastelanding the Caracas, activating
And passing.
his Vampire Hex Mage on Dark Depths.
Yeah, but
Catch
I'm not
2020.
changing my opinion here. Keeping the Caracas in hand, sorting the Hex Mage.
Yeah, but you need to
Yes.
play it when you pass the turn
Good.
before.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And I think you have to force the issue in the draw step or in the upkeep.
The only thing I
on-
would have
on
made
Jonas' side.
differently from Michael said is not firing off the first wasteland so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
I
Also,
think
yeah.
this is probably the bigger problem here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You don't need to aggressively waste versus
Yeah, versus
a
dark
deck
depths.
that's made of lands.
Yeah,
You need to hit the dark depths
Yeah.
in the combo and not any Urborg or Bayou or something or stage.
yeah.
Just doesn't
The-
work.
The only thing, so I'm wondering what they're discussing about, but the only thing that I could imagine is that Jonas skipped through his turns so fast that nobody's knowing what's happening anymore.
Okay.
But I think this should be the end of turn from Jonas, and it's about.
No, it's
Michael
the end
Pitts.
of turn of Michael. Actually.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. No, I don't think so. Like I said, Michael played swords on his turn. He saw that the Vampire Hex Mage, then he passed the turn. Jonas played his turn. His second Hex Mage, he played crop rotation for Wasteland. He wasted the Caracas.
I'm going to ask him if he had a
And-
second.
Yes, and there's also the one Hex Mage should be exiled also in the graveyard.
I think it was only one Hex Mage.
No, it is the second one.
I'm 99.5% sure it was only one Hex Mage. Yeah. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Really?
Yeah, it was only one Hex Mage.
Only
Because-
one Hex Mage.
Okay,
Yeah.
then my mistake then.
Yeah. I was right.
We were right.
No,
It's
yeah,
not about in life who's right, but it's about who's left.
yeah, it was a really confusing situation because at
Yeah.
first the Hex Mage went on the side and then he fought and the tokens were moved, then put back, and so it was a little bit confusing on the side of Jonas. But if the execution happened as we thought it happened, everything went fine. It was legal plays, and Jonas won the the semifinals against Michael Pilz.
So what are they discussing about then?
I'm going to ask him. I also want to know.
Because you have to swing at least for lethal here. And the swords is still on the stack.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they're talking about if it was a valid play because Jonas put aside something. I mean, Michael couldn't
Yeah,
even interact with it.
at first he put the Hex Mage into the graveyard, and then he apparently, I thought he passed the turn and played the second one, but apparently he put it back on the battlefield and decided to play the crop rotation in response.
Yeah.
And maybe they're discussing about if this is a valid play, but typically it is a completely fine play. You can
Yeah.
take things like that back easily because nothing happened.
Yeah. I mean, nothing changed on the battlefield. No new information was gained. And if you think about it, it's just about, thinking about some plays, talking about this, and how do you do this, and stuff like that. And just calculating everything would have been fine. I mean, we can all agree we don't want to shame on Michael, but he had the cards to win the game. But yeah,
He definitely
Fortunate.
had the cards, but like Daniel has said, I also am now in the impression that his only mistake was to fire off the first wasteland.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He couldn't have done it in any other way with the Caracas.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to. He always dies to the wasteland.
Philip, small question.
My God, what is now coming?
Do you agree that the right play would be to fire off the swords to plowshares in the upkeep of Jonas's turn rather than your end step?
What would be the difference?
It wouldn't allow the Marit Large to attack in this turn.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
And if you see the hand, there was the second Caracas in hand for Michael.
Mm-hmm. In
Yeah.
that sense,
And I think there was no downside in doing it
waiting,
another turn.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
This was also been a better play, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got the right call.
Yeah, it is differences like that that decide matches sometimes. And
And this, especially with Death Taxes. Death Taxes works with so many incremental small advantages
mm-hmm.
that you have to leverage the power of the deck.
Yeah, it's so small sequence changes that can change a matchup from basically 40 to 60% favored.
Yeah.
So it's
and that's why I'm not agreeing with people who are saying that Death Taxes is the perfect deck to buy into Legacy just because it's cheap.
I mean,
it's freaking hard.
I mean, you learn a lot and you will get better and you feel that you get better, but you get it with basically every deck. So
and you get really punched in your face all the time.
Yeah,
when you're first learning it.
That's true. But about first learning it, what do you think if we make a short break?
Yeah.
And then resume with the finals of Jonas Boundfind on Black-Green Depths. So we basically had the whole rundown of the top 8 with him versus, in the finals, Hochegger Manuel on Itzet Delva.
See you soon in some minutes. Hello and welcome back to now the finals of the Austrian Legacy League Spring Break Tournament. We are seeing now Black-Green Depths versus Is It Delver? I mean, do we say Is It Delver or do we see Blue-Red Delver?
It just seems wrong, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just like Blue-White Control or a Blue-White Stoneblade, and you don't say Asoria Stoneblade. but on the other hand, I think the shard names are okay. Naya and Esper and Chant are really cool names, but they don't really say the guild names in Legacy, in my opinion. But yeah, this is kind of a classic matchup that we will see here. And how do you think will the matchup fare?
I, for my side, think that Depths should be favored at least a little bit. I mean, the version that Manuel plays is a little bit better, I would say, against Depths, just because he plays not only the Delver as flying blockers, but on the other hand, he plays Sprite Dragons.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's cool.
And
it's insanely fast.
Yeah, it's insane fast. It makes 8 blockers in the air. And yeah, but I still think there is a small edge for Black-Green Depths. But I don't think that is as huge as it would be against traditional Blue-Red Delvalists.
Oh yeah, and
I agree.
We will soon tune into the game. At first, I want to say that if you like what we are doing, follow the channel. Subscribe, it would be great. We are always liking your Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, you just need a Prime account. And you can also find us on Twitter, it's @Austrian_Legacy. And if you like what we are doing as commentators, you can find us on Twitter, it's @Response_Legacy, and on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
You can find our In Response and Legacy podcast. It would be great to see you there. And I think we will tune into the guys.
Yeah.
Or do you just want to say something else while I do this?
I mean, no.
By
the way,
watch some magic.
Twitch Prime it doesn't cost you any money.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless, despite the Prime subscription.
But it's like GIS, everybody pays it.
At some point, yeah. Okay, but let's watch some magic.
I think here we have a mulligan inside of Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be. So I want to talk about some cards on the side of Manuel. He plays 2 Brazen Borer in the main deck as out to Marit Large.
This is really good for
which
him.
is good.
Yeah.
Then he plays the one of Fire and Ice, which can tap the Marit Large. So he has at least 3 additional cards that can interact with Marit Large.
Yeah.
Besides having Brazen Borer, which can even block the Marit Large. So he has not only the 4 Delver, the 4 Sprite Dragon, he also has the 2 Brazen Borer with 2 Petty Thefts, the 2 Brazen Borer itself to block, and the Fire and Ice to tap down the Marit Large. So he is especially good prepared for this matchup with everything to bounce something. And on the side,
the blind flip Delver on the side of Manuel. How often do we see this?
This is an OC. I've never seen this.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh.
yeah,
This is amazing.
Oh, that I can see this in my life. I'm oh my god. It's just so beautiful. And for the chat, how do you see the odds of Manuel winning here with tapping the Marit Large with Fire and Ice?
yeah,
Will it win him the game, the one-off?
yeah, I mean, it could be. I really like it. And Fire and Ice was a card that I really, really liked playing myself back when it was playable. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Fire and Ice is a really, really cool card. I really, really like it. But unfortunately, it doesn't really make the cut anymore.
Yeah.
If it would have, how is it called? That you can play both sides, fuse on it, it would be really, really cool. But Yeah.
Yeah, with Fuse it would be playable actually.
Yeah. You would wanted to say broken, but then
Yeah, you know
it's
me,
only
and then-
playable.
It is not broken.
It is not even near broken then.
Um,
But it's playable. And here we see the very beautiful altered fish titty panda from Manuel.
Yeah. Fish titties are the best titties. But yeah. I mean,
That was strange.
kind of disagree with my own statement, but have you looked at Ariel? But yeah.
Oh my god.
Imagine a reverse mermaid.
I mean, I think it was Leaving a Legacy where they talked about who their favorite Disney character was. And they came to the conclusion that it was Ariel because she's a redhead. Something like that.
I can
Something
get totally
like that.
behind this. There's a saying,
Oh.
a roof made of copper is always wet in the cellar, in the basement. So
Yeah. And I think this will be a really, really short game.
it looks like it.
Having the Sprite Dragon here, having the Days in the Priaton for the Dark Confidant. I mean, here we may have a 2020, but yeah. There is a lot.
That's hard.
I mean, there's a lot that Manuel can do to prevent this from winning the game.
He
the
has
bounce
the
here.
borrowers, yeah. He has the ice.
Yeah.
So, and he has two blockers
To time walk,
time
basically
walk,
for two turns. Yeah.
so it's not over for sure.
Just passing the turn, firing off 2 bolts in his face,
I mean, you
then
can.
blocking and swinging for lethal.
I mean, you can't attack here. That's the problem.
Yeah,
If you
can't
don't
attack.
have the bounce, you can't attack. But just bolting. Yeah.
Fucked bolt, okay.
So Jonas goes down to 11. Sprite Dragon gets a counter.
Ooh, and thanks for the bits, Gino.
Woo! Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for the Noids event. Yeah. Definitely.
I would block you with the Delva. Yeah, and Manuel also says it like, or he's thinking.
Yeah, this Bright Dragon should get really big. Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is the right call here, but I'm not sure what he has in his hand.
Maybe.
Probably no spells.
Or only counter spells. That could be.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
Why do you scoop this turn?
Yeah, man, what are your outs?
Brazen Borrow.
Brazen Borer, Ethereal Forager,
Forage also.
Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice is only a turn.
Another
next
Sprite
to-
Dragon.
Another Sprite Dragon, yeah. He basically had 7 or 8 cards that would have allowed him to jump for another turn. Besides drawing cantrips and doing anything about it.
Yeah. That's why I just thought that blocking with the Sprite Dragon was a mistake.
Yeah. I think the Sprite Dragon can outgrow the Delver by a lot.
Yeah, if you just go Ponder, find maybe if you draw Ponder, find Bolt,
Mhm.
It's the win.
probably,
It's the win.
Yeah. How do you win? Just win.
With the win.
Like Gino said in our 18th episode from In Response, a Legacy podcast, how do you win with this deck? You just win.
Ah,
How is your plan against Fossil? Just win. It's as easy as it gets.
And how many mana symbols does that deck have? All of them.
All of them. Yeah, this episode was great.
Yeah, it was our April Fool's episode, and oh my god, we had so much fun doing this.
I
It was
think I
hard
will just
actually. It was
copy
really
the link
hard.
and leave it here. For anybody interested, a pile to rule them all. And Gino, I'm, not angry, but yeah. How is the English word for, he let me really, really down with not playing this list. I think that's how you could say it.
Yeah, I don't think you need an English word for this.
He basically
Or the correct
changed
term.
me. So I have to wait until Daniel and Phil get it. Duck changed.
Duck changed.
Duck changed? I don't get it. No.
Enttäuscht.
Oh my god. That was so bad.
Yeah,
That was so bad.
But changed is not täuscht.
yeah, enttäuscht.
Okay. You mean like that? Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's
A
bad.
little bit more effort.
Yeah. F for effort.
I mean, in primary school, you did great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did get a
Be
pat on the
great.
back and the teacher is just so. You did very great.
Stupid kids. Yeah, but let's see. Has anyone kept the 7?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We should go over the sideboard. We totally missed this here. In Jonah's sideboard, we've got this 2 Surgical Extraction, 3 Veil of Summer, 1 Abrupt Decay, 1 Sylvan Library, 1 Lilian the Last Hope, 2 Plague Engineer, 2 Fossil Vigor, and 3 Mind Break Trap. Yeah, Daniel, what are you thinking? Or what is Jonas bringing in here?
For sure, the Abrupt Decay and Liliana the Last Hope also really strong, alongside the Plague Engineers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And besides that, I don't think that Jonas wants to bring in any other cards. Maybe the Sylvan Library, but not really.
I don't think you have the life total because it's basically it's at burn. So
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't always view the library as that you have to pay the mana. It can also help to find your removal spells for the creatures at some point. For example, Thomas Ma, the Jackpile player that we mentioned also yesterday, also likes to bring it in against combo decks to find your hate pieces, for example.
Okay, that's strong, yeah.
It's like also a filtering tool at some point, not always the grindy card.
Yeah, I mean but the problem is that against combo variants, you need specific cards to answer the whole deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you searching in? And against combo, you are allowed to pay life. That's basically a no-go against. If we call it the dumb way,
Yeah,
it's at burn.
I for sure agree that the library is not really fitting the bill here.
Yeah, but Veil of Summer as a card that some may bring in against blue decks, it just doesn't make the cut. This is only here for combo matchups.
Yeah, and control, but not against Elva.
Yeah. And on the other side for Manuel Hochegger, what are cards to bring in? I look here at Vapor Snag, maybe Price of Progress, and the Submerge.
Oh yeah.
Surgical can be a card that can be brought in, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Surgical is also fine.
But the one
Surgical is an anti-combo card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First and foremost. Not really Graveyard Hate, but anti-combo.
Yeah. And I think we are now starting with the match. A mulligan to 5 on the side of Manuel. And let's see what Jonas does. Or has he already put away some cards? It seems like that. Okay, down to 19. Going for the Ponder is not... yeah. You have to take what you get.
Yeah, especially with Mulligan on 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's the ponder.
And
And he keeps it, so no shuffle here.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really interested in the disruption spell here. And yeah, we get a glimpse at the cards from Manuel. And yeah,
Delver? Is this a
Bold Delver, Wasteland,
bolt?
Flood Strand.
Okay, yeah.
yeah. And the question is here, I mean, we all agree that a Wasteland here wouldn't be that good, but it depends on the mulligan that Jonas have taken.
Yeah, wasting when you are playing or when you are the tempo deck yourself is a lot more interesting compared to the Death and Texas side that we saw
Yeah.
last matchup.
Yeah, for sure. But the problem is that here you need the time to get for something, and you have the consistency in some in your cantrips.
Yeah.
That you get the cards that you need for this matchup.
I'm not sure if I would have fired off the Wasteland here. I would have just played the Flooded Strand and kept the Wasteland in hand.
Yeah.
Or play the Wasteland and wait for the Duck Depth.
Yeah, that's true.
Because wasting without a Delver or any threat on board is it doesn't make that much tempo.
Yeah.
But I think you have to play here at some, because you got your threat discarded, and I think he just blanked to that.
2 3 4s. Oh god.
Nice.
I think the thing is that you have to hope that Jonas is at least mana screwed or something like that, that you can get back into the game. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that. These have outgrown bolts. If you have a surgical here, you can surgically the Verdant Catacombs and bolt 1, which would be an okay play, because you have to keep them in check actually.
Yeah. They are now a real clock with 6 damage each time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good spot for Jonas. Yeah, and it seems like elves are winning the tournament. Yeah. I mean, on the Geno scale, they're both big and elves, so this is a plus.
So they are really Geno creatures here.
Yeah, I would say so. Or it can be that a bigness isn't tied to mana cost, or is especially tied to mana cost. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. He wants to fly over Jonas with his Bright Dragon.
I'm not sure if he wins this race here, but the Bright Dragon grows so quickly that I am not sure who is favored now.
Maybe like a ponder into another bolt or something like that, and
suddenly he's
he's the attacker now.
Yeah.
But let's see.
I mean, he's on a 2-turn clock after this turn, yeah.
Yeah, bolt, ponder to bolt would be down to 8, down to 5, so a 2-turn clock on both sides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to draw a cantrip here. Or you cast another Sprite Dragon and get to daze something on the side of Jonas, but I think Jonas is a smart enough player that doesn't do that.
Vapor Snake.
Mm-hmm.
That's also really fine.
This is...
Ouch,
Okay.
Abrupt Decay.
The decay is really good.
Does he has a the daze doesn't work? I'm a bad player.
Yeah, and that basically means that basically means GG, I would say.
Yeah, probably. I think we have the winner here in Black Green Depths.
Yeah. And with that, I think Jonas gets the revenge because he basically went second in the Austrian Legacy League Cup back in our
February.
event from December to February. Was a long time spent for the event.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but it was time well spent. So
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, attacking for another 3, down to 8. And
nah, he's not attacking. He's searching up a land.
Ah, okay.
A Bujuka bog
wait, why?
because of the forager.
But you still win the game on the next
Yeah,
two.
I'm also not really sure why he has done this.
I think this is the.
Well, it doesn't change the clock, does it?
I mean, it doesn't change the clock. That's right. That's right. I mean, it's basically the Knight of the Reliquary phenomenon. Do you use the Knight on the value tool, or do you attack with the Knight of the Reliquary?
And in my opinion, too few times it is used as an attacker, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Submerge.
Submerge, one of the guys, okay.
Yeah, and with that he would have won this turn. So it changed the clock. But yeah, it shouldn't matter here.
The reclaimers are keeping coming.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
many reclaimers.
they are the perfect stats against Elva.
Oh yeah, 3/4 was just so big actually. Fuck bolt your face
Foxbolt yourself.
And double
and
days.
double days.
Yeah. So it was perfectly played on the side of Jonas because he knew that he doesn't have to do anything. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
no, I think
Yeah.
Jonas didn't play anything besides the abrupt decay. So it doesn't matter that there are days, because if you can't count anything, your Sprite Dragon can't grow. And he brought in
Veil of
the
Summer.
Veil of Summer. I
Really?
really dislike Veil of Summer against day stacks.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't do enough.
Also, it
Oh,
doesn't
that's true.
deal with creature.
I like the surgical in the spot a little bit more.
The Surgical?
Ah, wrong deck. Sorry.
Wrong deck, yeah. A Liliana or
A
something
Liliana,
like that.
like Liliana a little bit more here. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't need the value on the side. You
Of the
just-
veil, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are you protecting? Something against a daze, most likely, or a force. You don't. There are so small scenarios normally against Delver that you are allowed to pay one more for something that you want, and maybe even play through a daze or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And
But
on
yeah,
the
and
side-
with this, I think we have our winner from the Austrian Legacy League Spring Break Tournament. Shall we do a little interview after this
yeah.
with our winner? Yeah, that seems totally my jam. So we will take a short break and then we will be back.
With a short winners interview.
Yeah.
Nice. Los geht's.
And here we are back with the winner of the Austrian Legacy League Spring Break Tournament, Jonas Bauernfeind, on Black Green Depths.
Yeah.
Congratulations from our side. Very, very strong place, and with a little bit of luck, you made it through the whole
Yeah.
tournament.
So
How do you feel now?
Yeah, I feel good, but it has to be said, without completely not drawing in the quarterfinals, I wouldn't win the tournament. Then my opponent having no colored mana in the semifinals helps to win this also, and yeah. But I think the final was the one with the least luck involved on my side, and which was just clean. I have the combo, you have no answer. Thank you for the game. Which is what you play the game for.
I kinda agree here.
If you play combo decks, it always seems like you have luck if you win, because it's just like I play this, oops, I win. But sometimes there's sequencing questions which don't really skill you can observe from outside, but more like have these hidden factors, how many which cards you have in hand, and so.
And how do you
you
sequence
can't really
them? Yeah.
judge from. Yeah.
Like in the
I
game
don't
versus
know.
Michael, where he tried to sword the vampire hex
Yeah.
mage.
There you could see that I didn't play much Magic in the last time because it was Corona and so on the tournaments, and I knew there was a win if there was a Caracas. You had the reputation that you can outsmart the Caracas, but I had to double think it because I was already started to sack my Vampire Hex Mage and mess it all up, and then needed the second force to do it properly.
Yeah. The thing here that we discussed on broadcast was that the problem was more so that Michael didn't do it in your upkeep, because then you wouldn't be allowed to attack with the Married Large token, or you have to do the first step, and if you do the first step, you lose. And because he has still another Caracas in hand that he would have used on the next turn.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
But
just waiting a little bit would have ensured his win, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's also a big part of being good at Magic and other card games. You have to use the mistakes your opponents.
Yeah, that's true, definitely.
That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes you win unwinnable games by just playing so that your opponent can make mistakes.
Yeah. That's also true, yeah.
For example, I have a story about that. I had in this tournament against Jacques Foon, I had the win on board, and then played Inquisition to make sure I really win. But my opponent had a land still in play, and he drew 3 cards, found the swords, and I lost.
Oh, that hurts. So that happened in the Swiss rounds, am I right?
Yeah, and but I won this match 2-1. My only loss was against the Cloudpost deck from Andy. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, definitely congrats to you. I mean, it's your revenge, because in the last tournament you went second, losing in the finals.
Yeah.
Against Manuel Danninger. There you had the Delver side, but since then, I think 2 cute cards from your Delver deck got banned, which are basically Oko and Dragonist. So it seems like to be
cute. I mean, nobody wanted to play them.
That played a big role in the decision for my deck, because I played and tested with the same with a similar list to Manuel's list, but I didn't feel it. It's a good deck and it can win very fast. It has this the classic Delver thing where if your opponent stumbles, you just kill him because you have a threat and you deny his mana, you to daze his spells, and
you have a 2 bolts and just pew pew pew.
Yeah. But I just didn't feel like playing Delver, and then it searched for other decks. I thought about Infect, but Infect isn't a good deck. And then I discovered this Dark Death deck, which basically is a better Infect deck, because it also has this quick combo kill, but it can grind way, way better.
Yeah.
You just need to inflict 1 infect damage.
More or less, yeah.
Just one attack and instead, but if you don't kill him, on the one hand you have Noble Hyrax, and maybe a Dryad Arbor in your Infect deck, and there you have tutor First Strike, a 2/1 who draws you extra cards, 3/4, 1 mana 3/4 who can tutor your lands. It's just a better Infect in my opinion.
Yeah.
What was the decision process like? Because you're playing slow depths, and why didn't you play Turbo or Rainbow?
I don't like Turbo Dust. It's just like this has the same Infect problem. It either kills you or it doesn't, and you can't kill with things. No, you can, but it's not that good at long games.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, I don't think I would have won the last game if I couldn't find the combo. The last game I just controlled the board with two Abrupt Decays and 2 Elvish Reclaimers.
Mhm.
So that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's a little bit better positioned right now. You need to have a good plan B
Yeah.
or a perfect plan A, and for that, slow
And
depth is definitely
For
better.
the Rainbow part, I don't have all the cards for Rainbow lying around and didn't feel like
Okay.
watering them.
Okay.
I think in the meantime I have everything because it was just the mana conflict was missing and I bought them for Dredge. So now I would have the deck, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
And
maybe next time.
also, Witherbloom command is not good.
Okay.
Okay. It was a try.
So yeah, it was a try. It's nuts if it's correct, if it's functioning against different Texas, because you can kill his Talia and his Ethereal with the same card.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's not good enough for one card
Yeah.
to justify.
Especially not in this
So
deck.
yeah, most of the time I just swapped it out for the Raptica in my sideboard.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems like
that seems better, yeah, for sure. I also think that Witherbloom command is more or less just a test card where you want to hit Deafening Silence and Thalia,
yeah. But I
and
think
also
the case
and
just
with a wish board, but
I mean, I started testing the deck with 2 copies and cut to 1, which always is a sign that maybe you should cut to 0, because if you're not happy, not a fan of, there's a very slim margin where you're a fan of the first copy but not of the second, and Witherbloom command is not a card which falls in
Okay.
this segment.
okay. I think we are. Do you have any questions left for a winner?
Not really.
Okay, I think we can wrap it up here. It was great to have you all on, and a huge shout out to all our viewers in the chat. Would be great if you would subscribe to our channel if you aren't already subscribed, and we will see you next time. Keep updated with our Twitter account. It's @Austrian_legacy. There we will inform you about the next tournament that we will stream.
Yep. Have a nice Sunday.
Oh yeah, and with this we are out, and have a nice Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.